Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have two new ones from Vosteed. We're going to get into these very quick, let's see, do a little unboxing with the unboxing knife. But I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm excited because I know, I already know I like both of these knives. So I'm not going to spend a long time showing you both of these knives because one of them is a new version of one that's been out and the other is... How do I get in the box? What the world's going on here? This is the one I'm most excited about. It's one of my all-time top favorite knives. We'll just get into this one right now. This is one of my all-time favorites. It might actually be in my top 5 knife design. It's one that some people like, some people don't. I don't care. I don't care. I absolutely love it. This is the newest release of the Vosteed Nightshade. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Ooh, and this is a fancy one. A Mr. Fancy Pants. I don't even know if this version is still available. If not, there are 3 or 4 different versions of this. Let's see, where's mine? I have another one right here. There's other versions available. This one right here is G10, and they have 2 or 3 that are micarta. And then they have the G10 model. These have LMAX steel, and this is a shilling cutter. A lot of you knife nuts and knife nerds have already seen this, but stick around. Wait till you see what I show you next. And this is what the blade looks like. Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, yes. I already know. I'm going to tell you, this is one of my most highly recommended knives when someone says, and by the way, you don't have to get one with the flipper. There are many different options and variants of the Nightshade. But this is one of my favorite everyday carry knives. And look, so here's another version. Here's a G10 version. And then here was the first one they came out with. And the options that you have right now, if these aren't available, then you're going to be able to get one like this with brass, or you can get one like this with copper. And if you don't like flippers and you're not a flipper fan, if you're not a flipper fan, then you have this option right here. It's a flipper delete. It doesn't have a flipper, but it still has the thumb hole. And I'm going to tell you right now, the action, the ergos, yeah, look at this. Brand new, just opened it. And oh my goodness, it's drop shutty. It has a fantastic detent. Oh, it is such a good knife. Some folks are off-put by the blade and what the blade looks like, but I'm telling you, once you have the knife and you hold it in your hand and you use it, it is unbelievable. And because of this nice, tall, flat grind, it is extremely, and I mean extremely slicey. It has great geometry, and geometry is half the battle when it comes to having a knife that cuts. Actually, it's more than half the battle. But look at this. Here's the action on this brand new knife out of the box. Oh my goodness. And it's LMAX steel, has a very nice stone wash. And let's just take you on a quick tour from one end down to the other. Ooh, yeah. And let's see how this feels. You can feel the micarta. It's not slick. It's not super rough. It has just enough texture for you to feel it. There is a lanyard hole. And then look back here. It's nice and clean, milled out. It's nice and lightweight. It has a what do you call that? Stainless steel lock bar on the inside, or frame lock. No, it's not a frame lock. Liner lock. I could talk for days about how much I absolutely love this knife. And I just so happen to have this version, and everybody's been waiting for more versions to come out. So now you have this one in LMAX, you have this one in LMAX, and then you have the one without the pattern in LMAX. This particular one is not an LMAX, but it gives you an idea of what the handle looks like on the new ones that were released. So you'll have these options and copper. And if you want, you do have the option of getting a mini Nightshade, so you can have one to go with your regular size Nightshade. Look at that. So you can have a 5th pocket carry and a regular carry. So these right here, these are freaking awesome. I love them. These have the crossbar lock. They work very well. They're just as slicey, same blade design, same great geometry. But this one right here, the Nightshade, you will not go wrong. Come to the live stream every Friday night. Beez Blades live at the Hive. All right. From 8:15 to around midnight every Friday night, we talk about knives. I do the knife cam. We do knife size comparisons. I will convince you that this knife is one that is worth getting, because the weirdness look that people have told me it looks weird, but look here, when you're holding it, it puts the point, it puts the cutting surface down where you're cutting, and it keeps your knuckles more out of the way. So if I go around and turn around like this, instead of the knife, bottom of the knife being up here, the knife points downwards. So when you push, it pulls whatever you're cutting into the knife cutting surface. Or when you're pulling, it pulls whatever you're cutting into the blade. So either way you're going, the Schillen cutter does a fantastic job. It has really good micro jimping. Look at that. Love the micro jimping on it. It does a great job. I can't complain about this knife because I like it so flippin' much. It has a little choil right there for sharpening, all of the things that you want in a good knife. And oh my goodness, I just felt the edge. That bad boy's got some teeth. Now let's check out the other version that just came out of another knife from Vosteed. Now this one, I'm just going to show you what the handles look like on it. I'm not going to give you a review or tell you a whole lot about this knife because it is such a good knife. It does come with spare Omega rings. What does that tell you? What does that tell you, knife people? That means that this is a crossbar lock. And if you haven't seen it, there's a lot of folks out there that love Ultim. This is the new Vosteed raccoon with the Ultim scales, otherwise known as PEI. And let's see if we can get in here and take a look. There's no seeable texture, but it does have a rough kind of sandpapery feel, a light sandpaper feel. I like that they gave it a little bit of texture. There you go. There's this side. Here's this side. And if you're not familiar, you're the first time you've ever seen the Vosteed raccoon, this is an absolute winner. This is another one that I would recommend to anyone because they price them so well. And this is going to be a knife that you will keep in your pocket, always have with you. The fidget factor, the fidget factor, what's your vector, Victor? The fidget factor is good on it. It just, oh, it works so well. It's very fidgetable, easy, get out, cut something, put it back in your pocket. It's designed to be one-handed, just like the other one. You can reverse flick it. This is such an incredible knife. Now, if you happen to like these colored scales, I know Tri-State EDC loves these kind of scales, and it does have a lanyard hole, but here's just a couple more of here's another version. There's different versions you can get. You can also get button locks. I personally prefer a crossbar lock over a button lock just because they're a little bit stronger in my opinion, but there's a look at that one. Here's a look at this one. Look at that. Such a good looking knife. And I know there's folks like me that collect the Vosteed raccoon. I have several. I'm just going to show you these two today. This is the newest one in the collection. These are available. They sold out on one site, but I found them on another. And I will put that link in the description where you can go check it out, see if you want to get one for yourself. And then I'll also have a link for the, oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. I'll also have a link for the new Nightshade in LMAX steel. I'll have that down in the description and in the comment section where you can go check these out. You can go check this out. I'll have links where you can go check out all of Vosteed. I love Vosteed knives. They're made well. They have good fit, finish, action, ergos, all the things that you love about knives. But I'm very happy that I got to show you one of these new versions. This is what the other one looks like without the stuff. And then you have one that looks like this. I've used this one many times, and I can tell you that it is so sharp. If you fold a piece of paper in half and have that paper holding itself up, you can get this and go down the center of the paper while it's standing up, and it will slice it in half. One of the sliciest knives out of the box that you can buy. So let me know what you think about the new versions of these bad boys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, give me a little bit of support, and then go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you again in the Hive stream or the lives, the chats, or right after you hit the thumbs up button, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.